inclined to turn to the use of a nuclear weapon to rescue them, to rescue themselves from certain defeat. And the problem is that Iran is not alone. Not only will China and Russia come to Iran's aid, they've already provided a great deal of assistance, and they're providing more as we speak. It's also the entire Muslim world. Even someone like Erdogan, who I like to characterize as an opportunistic vulture that sits by the side of the road and waits to see the roadkill, then decides whether or not he wants to fly in and devour the roadkill. Erdogan is sitting on the side watching what's happening. And if he thinks it's in his interest to do so, he'll sweep into Israel and march into Jerusalem and declare victory, telling the Muslim world that he did it all. I mean, it's not impossible. And it's the kind of thing that I think he would eagerly do if he thought he could get away with it. But right now, he's going to sit on the sidelines. He's going to continue to play nice with the Israelis, providing them with some food and oil from time to time. And at the same time, he's going to say, Iran is right. Iran has got a legitimate beef. Iran deserves to be supported. But he's not going to do anything until he sees his opportunity. But with the exception of Erdogan, if you look at everyone else from Morocco to India, they've pretty much sided with Iran. And that siding is going to become infinitely more important. Egypt has a very large force. That large force is now sitting closer to Israel than it ever has in the history of the region. It's only a matter of time until the Egyptians intervene. The Israelis know that. They're worried about it. But there's not a great deal they can do about it unless they want to risk a wider regional war with everyone, because the Russians and the Chinese have made it abundantly clear they will not tolerate the destruction of Egypt. I mean, that's fact.
Let's go down that path for a little bit more here, because that's really the ramifications if things go sideways that almost nobody's talking about, certainly not in the mainstream here, and that is what could happen if Israel starts to get panicky. Now, you mentioned a minute ago that China is helping. There are reports in even Western media today that 4 747 style aircraft have come from China in the last 48 hours and offloaded something. We don't know for sure what, but something has come in and gone. We don't know how much more of that. I haven't seen any reports about whether Russia has been sending jets as well, but we can assume that Iran is not basically just running out of everything and there's nobody to help them out. In the event that United States does indeed enter this war, the bunker busters don't work, Iran could race to a bomb potentially. That's one bad outcome. But then if they start attacking our ships in the Gulf, like we showed there a second ago, or our bases in Iraq and Syria, et cetera, and we start having casualties, now there's going to be clamoring from that same class you mentioned for us to just get full on in the war. But if even that doesn't work and Israel starts to lose, what is the risk of them using their nuclear weapons?
I think it's quite real. And you know this man, his name is Finkelstein. He's spoken publicly about Israel. He's been a great critic for many years. And he has referred to them as a lunatic state. I never subscribed to that view. But the more I look at the decision-making that's gone on in Israel to this point, the more I'm inclined to agree. And I'm afraid that this man Netanyahu and his friends